All right, today I'm going to be installing some bees in my backyard. This is truly a backyard beehive. Let me show you what it looks like back here. This is the whole space that I have. This is a side yard. The hive is about 15 feet from the sidewalk, but in our city, we are allowed to have bees in our backyard as long as they're a 6-foot flyway barrier. So in this case, it is the fence. The hive is facing forward and slightly away from where the sidewalk is, so the bees have to fly up 6 feet to get out of here, so they'll be above everybody's heads. And the direction of them flying directly out of their hive is into the front yard, and there's about 60 feet before you hit a sidewalk and a road. All right, the bees are humming a little louder, so I think it's time to get them in their hive. All right, let's do this. All right, the first thing I'm gonna do is take it out of this mesh bag. Since I transported them in my wife's SUV, to make sure that we didn't have a whole lot of hitchhikers inside the SUV after I was done with it. They're much more active right now than they were when I picked them up. It's high 60s right now, temperature outside. Was in the high 50s when I picked them up. So yeah, they're much more interested in getting out now than they were. And I was right, there are a number of hitchhikers on the outside, so I'm glad I put the mesh bag on. These purple gloves I have are definitely not sting proof, but I'm hoping, one, they just keep my hands a little cleaner. Number two, when the bees are walking on it, doesn't feel like skin, so maybe they'll be less apt to come after me. All right, this is an 8-frame box. I have 6 frames in it right now. First thing I'm gonna do is try to take out the queen. Right, so I'm gonna spray them down a little bit with sugar water. They've been traveling for 3 days, so they're probably hungry. So this will help them, give them something to eat. It'll also make them less apt to fly because they're wet. However, because it's sugar water, they'll clean themselves off pretty quick. I don't know if you can see this very well in the camera, but very few dead bees, and everyone's clustered around the queen. I mean, that's just great. That's exactly what I want to see. They're already fully taking care of her, so it won't take very long to get her accepted. Sorry, I'm sniffing, allergies. Right. A little more spray on the top there. Give this a tap to get the bees off the queen box. There's still water, or still liquid in there. I can hear it. That's good. Okay. So I got a hold of the liquid feed. I'm gonna try to cover this right away as I get the queen out. Oh, it's hard to get out of here. I'm not squishing one. Okay. Queen is out. Get this out. Right. Cover them back up because I don't want everyone coming out. I don't know if you guys can see. I'll try to show the queen here. I have no idea if you can see her. She's in there and she's alive. Yep, she's in there, she's alive. Think she looks good? Looks good to me. Hi, girls. All right. You can tell I'm a little nervous. I haven't done this 6 or 8 months because my hands are shaking some. There are no attendants in there, so I don't have to worry about dead bees blocking the entrance. These bees have been attending her from the outside. It looks like they're trying to feed her, not attack her. Their butts are in the air. So I think we're gonna be fine when it comes to releasing her. Now, one of the hardest parts is getting this cork out of here without the queen escaping, because I do not want her to escape. I've got marshmallows to replace the cork, and the bees will eat through the marshmallow to release the queen and give them a chance. Even though they've been traveling with her for a few days, it'll give them a little bit more of a chance to get used to her. Yeah, it definitely looks like they are feeding her through here. Looks like they're trying to feed her. That's awesome. That's exactly what I want to see. Pull this cork out. Oh gosh, came out really easy. Oh, she's right at the top. I'm gonna wait, see if she'll move back down. There we go. I'm just gonna drop the cork. Right, good. I can see her, so I know I'm not hurting her or squishing her. Bam. So I've got two attendants trying to feed her. Let's see. I don't know how hard or easy it is to see from there. I can't tell. Right, so we're gonna bring that down a little bit. I'm gonna put them in between the frames here. I'm gonna have that. We're actually gonna have the screen aiming down, so it's easy for them to feed her. Perfect. Oh my gosh, it worked out perfect with the queen this time. Much better than last year. All right, I have two frames out so that there's room for me to dump. I'm gonna squirt the bees a little bit more again, because I really don't want them flying. Since I am in a city situation, I really want the bees to settle down pretty fast. They're in swarm mode right now, which means they're looking for a new home. They don't have a home to defend, so it makes them the least aggressive they'll ever be. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this down one more time, pull this out, and they can find their way in there. This is a little bit warmer water so that they're not too cold. Yeah, covering them with the sugar syrup, it helps to pour them as well, because they're gonna pour more like a liquid. All right, the queen is in there. She's safe. The bees are ready to be poured. Let's see how this goes. All right, bees. Okay, bees, welcome home. Welcome home. Holy crap, that's so crazy. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. Okay, so we've got them in there now. And I'm gonna see if I can gently, come on girl, go down. Go down, girls. I don't wanna roll in one. Just wanna, there we go. Put that lid on to try to keep them from flying too much. You can probably see how the bees are still flying out there in front. You can see the bees that we're holding to that mesh bag are just sitting on the front. They're gonna work their ways into that hive pretty quickly. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can cut this mesh here on the front. Try to cut the mesh and see if I can get them out a little easier, so they're not trying to just get out of that hole at the top. Once they crawl up some off of the floor of the beehive, I will be able to put these two frames back in. So frames are back in, I'm going to put a feeder on them and feed them some sugar water. See if I can get a close-up of the fanning that they're doing at the top here, because I believe that means they've accepted this place as their new home. They're trying to bring everyone else back home. See some, you can see some fanning in there. Trying to spread their queen's hormone. That fanning she's doing is to spread the hormone of the queen to bring the rest of the swarm back to their new home. Let's see what's going on here. All right, you can see all the bees on the top there. The bees have moved up the side. Let me see if I'm gonna picture this for you. The bees have moved off the floor and up onto the frames. There's still some on the side, so I'm gonna have to be careful when I put the frames in there along the side, not to roll or squish bees. But yeah, now that they were just a pile down there, now they moved up, I'll put the frames in. Let me get these frames in and get this closed up because there's a lot of bees flying around in the middle of town here. All right, so unfortunately there's a lot of bees still on the wall over there. I'll try to kind of drop this down slow. Okay, here we go. All right, hive tool here. Let me move these a little better without squishing these. All right, the last frame in here so I can get this lid on. There's a lot of bees on the wall there. I think I just squished some. Not what I wanted to do, but it's tough. It's very tough. All right, let's get this all squeezed in. Oh, one mistake, a huge mistake I made last year was leaving too much bee space in the middle. So I'm trying to not make that mistake again. Moving really slow, trying to give the bees a chance to get out of the way. All right. I'm gonna make sure it's even. I think I'm good. This shot here is just for me to be able to review later what it looks like, what I did. All right, I got bees landing all over me, but I think they're just taking a rest. Time to close this up. I'm gonna put a feeder on. I have a top feeder. I have a top feeder here with a screen that keeps the bees from drowning for the most part. Come on, girls. I don't wanna squish anyone. So last year I had a problem with the bees actually building honeycomb up in the middle and the queen laying drone up there, but hopefully that doesn't become an issue this year. So there's lots of bees crawling in and out of the front entrance. It's good. Okay, it's all 1-to-1 by weight sugar syrup. A pint per pound makes the world go round. It's a good way to remember. Splash a little bit some notes there. It's a good way to remember your by volume calculation. For every pound of sugar, add a pint of water, which weighs about a pound. Okay, now gotta get this all buttoned up before they start flying in and drowning themselves, because it's gonna smell very good. They're gonna get very excited. These goes off in front here. Gotta make sure there's no bees on the top so that I don't lock it in. All right, let's get this in here before bees start to get off the top. All right, got that closed off so there's no upper entrance. I'll leave that box here overnight. Hopefully, last year they all came out overnight. Hopefully they'll find their way to the hive. There's a lot of bees down the entrance. I'm actually going to move this a little bit so I can see what's going on from my window here in the basement. All right, everyone's buttoned up. Time to go. A lot of bees in the air, so I want to let them calm down. Welcome home, bees.